So, let's talk about something really important. If you're tired of being broke, stressed out, and feeling stuck, there's one single goal you've got to focus on above all others: making your first $10,000. Okay, let's dive into this because this isn't just about the money. It's a blueprint for completely changing your financial life. You know, this quote from a self-made millionaire just nails it. That first big win, it actually reprograms your brain. It proves to you that wealth isn't some random thing that just happens to you. No, it becomes a skill, something you can learn, something you can master, and yeah, something you can do over and over again. So yeah, $10,000. That's the magic number. It's the first major milestone, and believe me, it is the hardest one to hit. But I'm telling you, once you get there, the game completely changes. You've basically built the launchpad for everything that comes next. So let's ask this question, and it's a big one. If you took a self-made millionaire, wiped their bank account clean, and made them start from absolute zero, how would they do it? That's exactly the question we're going to break down today. Not theory, but practical, real-world steps. All right, first up, let's frame this whole thing as what it is: a challenge. Think of it like the first major boss battle in the game of building wealth. And here's why this matters so much. The thing is, once you figure out how to make that first 10 grand, you've cracked the code. You know you can do it again, and then again. You've developed a formula that you can repeat, a skill that you can scale from just a side hustle into real life-changing wealth. Okay, so now for the fun part, the how. Look, not all paths to making money are the same, not even close. When you really boil it all down, there are basically 4 main ways to go, and believe me, the choice you make here is, well, it's everything. Okay, take a look at this chart with me. What's so cool about this is how it just lays everything bare, right? Look over on the right, speed to cash and profit margin. That's how fast you get paid and how much you keep. Then look at the left, scalability. Can this thing actually grow? You want something that's fast, has high profit, and can reach beyond your own zip code. You kind of see where this is headed, right? So option 1, in-person services. This is the classic starting point, right? We're talking personal training, dog walking, maybe even washing cars in the fancy neighborhoods. The cash, man, it's super fast, and you can get going with practically nothing. But, and it's a big but, you hit a wall and you hit it fast. You're stuck in your local area, and there are only so many hours in a day. You can only wash one car at a time, you know? All right, option 2, selling stuff you make locally. You know, like baking awesome cookies or building cool handmade things. This can be super rewarding for sure. But the profits? Oof, they can be really thin. The cost of your ingredients or your wood or whatever, it just eats into everything you make. It's a fantastic hobby that can make you some cash, but scaling it up into a real business? That's tough. Now we're getting into the big leagues with option 3. Global products. Think about drop shipping or starting your own t-shirt brand. Suddenly, your customer base is literally the entire planet. But here's the catch. It's like a cash trap. Your money is constantly tied up in buying more inventory. You sell 10 shirts, and now you have to immediately use that money to buy 20 more to keep up. It can definitely work, but it's a slow burn, and your profits aren't exactly sitting in your pocket. And that brings us to the clear winner. Option 4, online services. We're talking video editing, copywriting, social media management. This is honestly the best of both worlds. You get the global reach of an e-commerce giant, but you get these insane 70 to 80% profit margins. Why? Because there are no material costs. The money goes right into your bank account, and you can start getting paid from day one. All right, so let's say you're on board. You've picked online services. Awesome choice. But how do you actually go from making a few bucks here and there to hitting that $10,000 goal? Well, you don't just wing it. You use a framework. And that's where the skill pyramid comes in. Now, this idea is so simple, but it is incredibly powerful. It's built on 4 key parts that all have to work together. If you get all 4 right, you're going to smash through that $10,000 barrier. But here's the deal. If you miss even one of these, you'll stay stuck, spinning your wheels and working way too hard for way too little. So here they are. These are the 4 levels we have to build: positioning, leverage, reach, and automation. Just think of it like you're stacking blocks, one on top of the other, to build something really solid and strong. Let's break down the first one, the foundation. First up, positioning. This is all about one thing: go where the money is already flowing. Look, the real cash isn't in helping random individuals with small projects. It's in helping businesses make more money. So instead of editing vlogs for a tiny YouTuber, you're editing high-impact sales videos for an entrepreneur. Instead of writing cheap blog articles, you're crafting landing page copy that directly drives sales. See? It's the exact same skill, just pointed at a much more valuable target. Okay, next up is leverage. And honestly, this is a huge mindset shift. You have to stop selling your time. Period. Businesses don't really care about your effort, they care about results. The moment you charge by the hour, you become a line item expense. But when you start charging for the result, the return on investment you deliver, you become an asset. So you stop pitching, "I'll run your ads," and you start pitching, "I'll get you more customers." All right, level 3 is reach, and this is where you flip the script. You have to stop chasing clients and make them come to you. This story is just the perfect example of that. You've got a graphic designer just posting his work on TikTok for fun. He wasn't even trying to get work. But what happened? His inbox just blew up with requests from people who wanted to hire him. By just putting your work out there, showing off what you can do, explaining your process, you become a magnet for opportunities instead of having to hunt them down. And the top of our pyramid is automation. But what this is really about is building systems that make you incredibly reliable. And here's a little secret for you. The single biggest thing that'll make you stand out isn't raw talent. It's just being reliable. Seriously, the people getting paid the big bucks are the ones who are organized, who communicate well, and who never, ever miss a deadline. This is where you use simple systems, like a CRM, that's just a tool to manage your clients, to track everything so nothing ever gets dropped. Okay, you did it. You hit the $10,000 goal. That's fantastic. But listen, making the money, that's only half the game. Now you have to learn how to turn that income into actual long-term wealth. This quote right here, it says it all. This is the whole next chapter of your journey. See, you can't just earn your way to financial freedom. It's not enough. You have to make your money start working for you. And that means one thing: investing. So where do you put that money? Here's a super simple way to think about it. Basically, a scale from safest to riskiest. The idea is you build a solid, safe foundation first, and then you can strategically take on a little more risk to get those potentially higher returns. Okay, so think of it this way. That high-yield savings account, that's your safety net. That's your emergency cash. Then you've got index funds, like an S&P 500 fund. This is your workhorse, right? The engine for long-term growth. Historically, they return over 10% a year. Then you've got individual stocks. These are a bit riskier, more hands-on, but a fantastic way to really learn how the market works. You start building real wealth by spreading your money across these categories. You know, we've covered a ton of ground here, right? From picking a hustle, to building that skill pyramid, to investing for your future. But it all comes down to one simple thing. That first $10,000, it's not the finish line. It's the classroom. It's where you learn the single most valuable skill you will ever have in your life. The ability to create value and make money on your own terms. And once you have that skill, nobody can ever take it away from you. So the only real question left is, are you ready to get started?